to Modern Marriage. I'm here again to give you a great video. Today we're going to talk about Sister Hallie. We're going to talk about the CAR woman, the Christian appealing realistic, and let's see what it say.
As I said, this book demonstrates that we are not as different as we like to think that we are. So what I'm going to go over real brief right now is what the attributes are of the good black woman. Since she's not on television, we may not recognize her. Okay.
Facts.
Now, the good black woman has 7 attributes, and then I'm going to explain to you how to utilize those in your day-to-day life.
Before she go describe the 7 attributes, I put them in all these attributes in 3 categories. Christian appealing realistic. The first is Christianity. Christianity is the most thing that's more people believe in now. Those generation, they don't go to church, they trash Christianity. And the appealing part, they believe more on the sexual part, the sexual body to please themselves. And realistic, they don't want to settle, they want the 666 pack, 6 star, and other 6. So that's why I put them in those 3 categories: Christian, appealing, realistic. But she got 7 attributes, and let's see what she said.
The good black woman has self-discipline, courteousness, cheerfulness, self-respect, intelligence, cleanliness, and love. Now, we've heard that terminology. You know, it's like one of those where they tell you pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. What do that mean?
True.
You know, how can I make that functional in my day-to-day life to benefit me as a practice? It sounds.
Yes, you gotta know those 7 attributes. But today we're gonna all cover only 3, and then next I'm gonna uncover the other 2 or the 3 that's depend. But we're gonna see what's how she gonna go into detail those 7 attributes.
Sounds like all theory. Where's the practical? What do I do? The good black woman has self-discipline. That's self-control.
Self-discipline, self-control. That's 2 different words. Has 2 different meanings, but it's same category, because if you cannot have the self-control, you can have self-discipline. Self-discipline means you actually need self-control. You need to control your behavior, control the way you speak, control the way you talk, control the way you live, control the way you interact with each other, and discipline yourself as a model for others to follow. Let's see what she said.
And make that real for you, sisters. We can start with our mouth.
Oh no, don't go there.
The good black woman can control her mouth. She don't have to say everything that comes up.
Facts.
It's okay if he get the last word sometime.
Yep, that's a big issue.
You know, she don't cuss in public.
Oh, about that one. She mentioned 2 things: last word and cursing. Most women, they want to say the last word so they can feel bad about themselves, so they can feel like they achieved something, which is the part of their control behavior, which is not the part of self-discipline. And then on top of that, cursing is a way that they show that they are serious, or they want you to listen by yelling as well. So basically they curse all the time, so basically they can prove that they are serious, or they are strong, or they are doing something. But really, cursing is just mean your destructive behavior. If you want a good relationship, you gotta bless. When you curse something, that's mean you don't want to be big, you don't want to be alive, you don't want to be keep going on, so you curse in order to stop that behavior. That's why when from the Bible, they curse the devil, they curse the bad spirit. But a woman always cursing over the phone, their dog, their neighbor, and everything, and then they expect to have a good life and then be happy. When you're cursing a lot, the energy you spend out there gonna return to you, and the next thing you know, you end up being a curse for yourself.
And she works on not cussing in private. She don't tear a man down with her mouth, because they can't out-argue us. Can't nobody out-argue us.
That's true, because every time, as you can see, always black woman being the loudest, and the next thing you know, if you're trying to show her the point and you bring her down to her level, she always have, like Ali said, she always gonna have the last word, and then she gonna be cursing and then screaming, so she doesn't listen to anybody. And even though they're trying to have the best behavior, their best intention in mind, and then they hate structure. That's why they always want to have the last word, which is a bad behavior, either for yourself or in the relationship or out there in society.
have charged that we nag our men too much. We keep our men's head tied up so much with our petty grievances about our personal relationship that he don't have time to think and plan for our future. Because he got
True, because we are thinking about what the next word you're gonna say, how you're gonna interact with us, and then sometimes when we go home, we don't know who's in the house. So basically, nagging and cursing is almost similar because if a woman nagging, she gonna curse. If a woman cursing, is gonna nag. They all go together because those are the kind of behavior that's correlated to each other. And then the men that's in the relationship, they're looking for peace and quietness. They're not looking for madness, cursing, and then all this kind of bad behavior, which is gonna push them away from the relationship and probably cheat and probably leave you alone.
have to deal with what's gonna happen with us every day. You know, it's real odd. When the black man come home, he almost have to do a wind test or stick his toe in the door. He don't know what's waiting.
Facts.
He don't know who in there today.
People are laughing, but it's a serious matter at this point because what happened is a lot of people, men are victim of kids are victim of that. They become traumatized because of the lack of peaceful in the home and a lack of blessing, and then the woman always curse and then yelling and screaming. So people doesn't know what is quiet look like, what is peaceful look like. They always on the run, always like on the high, on the guard to always to fight, to jump because they've been a tribute, they get used to that, so they become a fighter in relationship. But relationship is supposed to be a time when you settle down and again you should be able in peace and then love each other and in quiet place. But it's not for modern women.
He know it's a possibility that there's some kind of new monster that he didn't even know about yesterday.
Fact, this is not funny, but it's
You
sad.
know, we need to not make it like that. We need to not be so vicious with our mouth. You know, men are not petty like that. They're not going to out-argue us.
And other thing, men don't like to argue. They like to express their point and their concern. They open up, but they don't like to argue. That's one thing, especially for the women. They feel like it's not obligated. We don't have to because it's not really healthy. You feel like we argue with other men to see their point, but we cannot argue with other women because when we start arguing with you, we're gonna treat you as another man, and then we're not gonna feel attractive to you. And at this point the relation is already over because you're not a female now, you're a man, and that's a manly behavior to argue with another man.
And it has been proven that verbal abuse is just as harmful as physical abuse.
Don't let me get into abuse, but women are good on verbal abuse. They're gonna drag the mental state of a relationship of the man down to the mud, and then the next thing you know, leave him afterward because now she feel like she deserves better. That man that she was with after she dragged them all the way down and then bring him like all morally, spiritually destroy that man. Now she feel like that man is nothing because that man doesn't have a backbone. But in men as a nature, we're not here to argue against you. We're here to please you. We're here to make you happy. That's why we give you a home. That's why we work to make you a peaceful life. But modern women want chaotic. They want to fight all the time. They want to argue. That's why we're here right now. That's why the marriage rate is decreased because men doesn't want to take that risk.
So let's not use our mouth to do that to him. The good black woman is courteous. She says, "Thank you, baby. I appreciate you doing that."
Okay, you see how they flip courteous. So basically you went from cursing to courteous. Most people that cursing and not courteous, it's two different mentalities, two different energies, two different state of mind. If you courteous, you're not really cursing and fussing all the time. But most people doesn't know courtesy because what happened is they feel like the man has to give them everything. The man has to, even though she doesn't ask for it, the man has to. That's why they don't feel like to say thank you. But they don't know what kind of risk or challenge the man been through to give that life to her or to bring whatever she asks for. Or she gotta say, well, he deserves me, right? He gotta do what he gotta do. But the thing is, there's a way to say thank you for that man to keep going on, to to please you, and to find himself valuable in a relationship. Because if he always give you and then you don't return the favor by being courteous to him, you feel like you're just taking advantage of him, and then this is where he gonna stop doing that and then do that to somebody else. This is where your relationship gonna end. It's just a matter of time.
I I appreciate every effort you make.
Oh,
Try harder. I'm gonna work with you.
oh no, don't do that.
Thank you. I know you did your best.
Another way, encourage your partner, encourage your significant other, because when you encourage each other, this is being live. This means like you believe in that person, which is like that person is valuable to you. You don't encourage something in your dream that you believe in. That's mean like you don't believe in that person, his work and whatever he's doing. So in that case, that person feel like he doesn't deserve you, or you don't deserve him, or he feel like that relationship is over because you don't value the work he provided, and then you're not on the same page. You are doing your own thing, but he wants you to be courteous and then say thank you, like you said, to encourage them, and then you feel like he can always be around for you, and then you make you happy. But anyway, most of the modern women don't speak that language.
Now that's a whole new language.
Like I said, whole new language.
But just to say that during the course of the day, every day, with the man that you're trying to be with or want to be with, will make our life easier.
True.
We can't get it if we don't give it. We keep wanting them to give us and do something for us that we refuse to do and give to them.
Like I said,
It don't work like that.
facts. So those are the two parts I'm gonna go today. The next part we're gonna cover the rest. So those are the two parts. I said three earlier. So those are two. Self control, like control your mouth, don't curse, don't fuss, and then don't nagging. Encourages, so meaning encourage each other, say good thing, good vibe, and then somebody do something nice, appreciate that, and then also always make sure you're there so that person feel alive, and then that person will be happy together, and then you have a long lasting relationship. And that was my videos for today. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and to see my video daily. And that was modern marriage, and I'll see you next one.